Hello everybody, Marcos Villegas for FightUpTV.com here in Los Angeles, being joined with Kenny Florian on the set of UFC Tonight on Fuel TV. Kenny, big change coming from the East Coast, moving over here to Los Angeles. Yeah. What's been the most difficult thing for you transition-wise living over here in the West Coast?
I love it over here, but of course, you miss your family and, your friends over there. I miss my students. I have a gym, Florian Martial Arts Center back in Boston with my brother Keith, and I definitely miss my students over there and training over there. But, it's been a nice change, with the weather over here. Obviously, you can't argue with that. It's been beautiful, and it's great working on the show.
What have been some of the nuances that you've kind of picked up living over here on the West Coast as opposed to people over here and people over there on the East Coast?
Well, it's very different. The culture over here is a little bit different. But the biggest change, without a doubt, the traffic is. Even though you're maybe like 6 or 7 miles away, it could take you like an hour to get to your destination. So the traffic's been tough, but it's been good.
Now, speaking on how you're switching little by little over to broadcasting, what's been the hardest thing for you to pick up in this area of work?
I really love it, and I learned so much in doing the show, and you're just always learning different little things, and kind of getting down to the details and making sure you're prepared for each and every fight and doing the research and all those things. So I have a lot more free time on my hands. So I've just been learning to really. I have more time to do the research now and learn even more about the fighters, because there's so many new fighters now that are coming into every event. So you're not going to know everybody. There was a time where I didn't really have to do much research on some guys. I knew everybody who was in the sport already, even guys who were kind of just coming in to the UFC. But now we have new divisions being added to the UFC all the time, new guys all the time, new events. We're going here, we're going there, we're going all over the world. So it's a little bit more important to do your research.
Speaking on doing your research, I know you know a lot of fighters and you've developed relationships with them over the years, and you making a transition now over to broadcasting and journalism, do you ever, I guess, get put in awkward situations where you want to say something out of your objective side, but the person really well, or you're friends with them, that you kind of like don't know how to tread on that situation?
Sure. I think I used to. I used to be in that situation. I've been out of the sport for just a little bit now, so I've kind of trying to transition even more to that side of being objective. I think I've done a pretty good job of being as objective as possible. It does become difficult though when you have to criticize guys you've trained with or friends and this and that, and really give your opinion. But this is why I get paid. This is what I'm supposed to be doing, is giving my opinion, and sometimes guys aren't going to like it, and there's sometimes where guys have criticized me, and it is what it is, but one thing I can't say is I have been in the cage. I know what it's like. I know I don't like being criticized sometimes, but it is what it is, and you have to give your opinion. That's what I'm supposed to be doing, and that's what I have to do.
Enter code HUB749 for a domain name discount, and enter the codes below for other great discounts from GoDaddy.com.